All right, welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and today I'm going to be doing the Twin Flame weekly forecast for the week of October the 15th through the 21st, 2018. If you are newly tuning into this channel or to this video and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and take the opportunity now to hit the red subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of this video, as well as the notification bell icon, so that way you can be notified of any future videos that I do publish. In addition, all of my readings are on sale up to today at midnight. It ends. It's 30% off all psychic readings. If you're interested in getting a private reading, you can go to my website, which the link is listed here. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. So just go to the shop section once you're on the website and use promo code STARSEED. That's with a capital STARSEED. And so it's the capital S and the rest of the letters are lowercase. And that will give you 30% off of all psychic readings, and it's valid up until today. Also, be sure to check out my new show. It's called Tea with Spirit. It airs tomorrow, every Monday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Mountain Time, and 3 p.m. Pacific Time on my YouTube channel. And if you would like to submit a question yourself, you can email me at raymondguzman@hotmail.com. In the subject line of your email, put Tea with Spirit. In the body of your email, provide me with a specific question you want insight on, and then put your alias. Give me an alias for your name instead of using your real name, an alias, or you can just put anonymous if you would like to, because if your question is selected for the show, it will be read on air, and for confidentiality purposes, I will not share your real name on there. So that being said and done, let's get into your horoscopes, your your weekly forecast for the Twin Flame for this week. So I'm going to start off this week doing it in a little different format. Again, I'm going to start off on the Divine Masculine, what I see going on for the Divine Masculine, and then for the Divine Feminine, and then for both. So this week for the Divine Masculine, it's very interesting. What comes on is that a lot of the divine masculines out there would be having a lot of issues with hope. There's a lot that's going on that you may be feeling right now, that you're giving up on something in your life. You feel like nothing is changing. There's these feelings of doom, like you're unhappy in some area of your life. This could be talking about, your relationship with the divine feminine, whoever your other twin flame is. It could also be areas in your life right now that you're very focused on, like your career, and you don't find a lot of happiness in your career area, and you're trying to just stick it out for whatever reason, because you fear change, or because you feel like, if you change right now, it's not a good time. Honestly, the message from Spirit and the inside is that right now is not a good time to make like a big job jump or change, or that quantum leap. But if you want to, you can start the initial process on maybe brainstorming and getting things ready for when the new year comes. But again, everybody's different. What I provide you is just a snippet of what Spirit is giving me. But I feel like a lot of people would, right now, especially this month of October, it's not a good time to take a leap and jump right now. But, come November, December, it's a different story. Every month carries a different energy. A lot of the divine masculine right now also are feeling like their intuitive abilities are heightened. So you would be able to be tuning into your twin flame, your divine feminine. You would also be in tune to things that are happening in your life right now that that need changing. This could be like you realizing that there is a fractured part of your soul, or a fractured part of your life path that you need to kind of patch up, and you need to fix it. But right now you could be too focused on just thinking about, your divine feminine, your other twin flame, and you're not really focused on that. You also are very defensive this week. There's this big defensive energy with the divine masculines, where they are really just, defending themselves and fighting people. They're standing their ground, and they're, being compared to as warriors. So you're battling people, you're battling things within yourself. You're overcoming a lot of this. A lot of you could be feeling like guilty or feeling responsible that you're pushing away your divine feminine or your twin flame completely away from you, and you're not sure why you're doing this. And a lot of it just boils down to you having fear, or a lot of you are just like at the point where you're just like you don't get a response that you want from that person, whether it's a phone call or a text message, or if you do get it, it's not the way that you want it. And being that you're very strong as the divine masculine, you find it almost like offensive. And this is all boiling back to ego. So it's going to require you to really not take it personally, whatever response that you're getting, whether it's from your twin flame or it's anyone in your life this week. You need to just really just go with the flow and not take it personally, because a lot of you out there are taking it personally and you're getting all up in your feelings and you're thinking, my God, why am I getting these responses? And it's like, as long as you feed that energy back, whoever's being rude to you or talking to you in a certain way, you're just feeding that energy, and there's not going to be any progression, and you need to move forward this week. This week is a big week about moving forward with projects and other things in your area of your life, in your home life. There could be some plans that you need to, organize some things in your house. You can't find everything very easily, or there's children appointments and things that you need to have done if you have children, and you just can't seem to move forward with that idea, or with an appointment, or with scheduling, or keeping up with a parent-teacher conference. So there's a lot of different factors that are influencing the divine masculine this week, and you may be feeling like, if I do go to these meetings, or I do, give into this, a lot of you could be feeling like you're sort of weak, or you're kind of because the divine masculine is all about being tough and not really showing emotion. So you may not feel very connected around the feminine energy when it comes to, certain things that require more nurturing, more motherly type of things. So these are going to be questions that you need to ask yourself this week. Why are you feeling that way? Because we all have a duality of, the feminine and the masculine in us. But there is a lot of passion that is ignited. A lot of you are feeling very spontaneous and very outspoken as the week progresses. A lot of you will be really in tune with your emotions, but you're going to stand your ground, like I said at the very beginning, and you're going to be speaking up. So a lot of people may not be prepared for that, and I don't think you are that prepared for that either. But either way, you'll be okay if you speak your mind. Spirit wants you to speak your mind completely. A lot of you also could be finding that there's more comfort in your home life. Like, work makes you feel crazy. Work could be making you feel very stressed out or disconnected from your higher self, disconnected from reality, and just disconnected from the world. You just you're not feeling work this week at all. So a lot of you may be feeling like periods or bouts of, especially the divine masculine, you'd be feeling bouts of like not feeling happy at all, or not feeling fulfilled in your job. And so when you get home, there's like this illumination, there's this sacred space where you can go to and kind of disconnect from all of that, that's not really helping you feel whole and feel complete inside. But as the weekend progresses, you are going to start feeling a little bit more fulfilled, as long as you can meditate and, do things that you like to do, kind of unwind. It's all about, you really just indulging yourself. That's what you need to do this week. In any time during the week, is to indulge yourself and really give back to yourself. You probably are the type of person that gives a lot of your time and energy to other people, but you don't do that. Don't do special things for yourself. Take a weekend getaway, take a trip out of town, do something for yourself. But whatever it is, Spirit is reminding you that, as much as you need to find that balance. As much as you give to other people and you give to your twin flame, the divine feminine, you need to really start paying attention to what you're needing and paying attention to those needs of yourself, and not, really focus too much on the other things that don't really matter. A lot of you divine masculines that are single out there that are searching for a partner, you could be finding your twin flame, the divine feminine, is someone who is very connected to spirit, someone who is very connected to all the things of, the spirituality. And they could be like a healer, and they're coming in now into your life to provide some form of healing, whether this is just listening to you, holding your hand, taking a walk with you, or just meeting for lunch. Whatever it is, being around that energy kind of helps elevate you and helps purify a lot of the things that are happening in your life. So be open to whatever, whatever is coming in your life right now, that could be like another twin flame or someone that you're meeting that's new. This is the divine feminine energy. They are coming towards you to kind of heal you in many ways. So be open to that. All right, so now we're going to be focusing on the divine feminine. What is the energy for the divine feminine for this week? All right, so as we get into the divine feminine for this week, what I'm seeing from spirit this week for you is that a lot of you are very plagued right now. There's something that's bothering you, something that you feel like you can't really you can't vocalize your feelings or your emotions to a certain point. This could be with a male in your life that is your divine masculine. You could be feeling like this person is keeping secrets from you. This person is being shady with you. There is things that they don't want you to know because they don't want to hurt you. This person is not responding to you the same way that you respond to them. You could be giving and making attempts to communicate with them, whether it's sending them a text message, sending them an email or whatever, or calling them, and they don't answer or they don't reply back right away. And it's not that they're busy, because no one is busy all the time. Anyone can use that excuse that, oh well, I've been so busy, but really and truly we're only busy, and we make excuses when we're not a priority in someone's life. And it feels like that's the kind of energy that you're feeling with the divine masculine this week. Being that you're the divine feminine, you're feeling that a lot of maybe your twin flame is not responding to you, or is ignoring you because they don't want to feel something, or they're hiding something from you they don't want you to know because they don't want to hurt you. This could be that they're having an affair with someone else, or they're seeing multiple people, they're in open relationships. Whatever the situation is, this is a cycle that is going through. You're going through a cycle right now, and so is that divine masculine. But Spirit is saying that just to hang in there, because there is going to be a lot of truth coming out. This person is basically battling light and dark within themselves, the duality. And so they are projecting out a certain image or a facade to the people around them. But you are very intuitive, being that you're the divine feminine, you are channeling and really being able to see past that facade, and you know that something's not right. You know that they're hiding something from you, but you're at the same time you're like, well, what should I do? Should I approach them? Should I confront them? Should I, what should I do? That's the kind of question and energy that surrounds you this week. But you need to know that this is just temporary, that you are being given visions, so that a lot of you out there would be in tune with your divine masculine. You can see them in bed, perhaps with another person. You know what they're doing. If they're, creeping out there and, or they're looking at their social media, you may be seeing visions of that, of them sitting on the couch, maybe on their phones, looking through social media and looking at these pictures of other males or females, depending on, what kind of relationship you're in and who you're in a relationship in with. But they can't hide the truth from you. Basically, you are fully aware and you fully know what's going on, but a part of you also wants to give them that unconditional space and let them know that at the end of the day, regardless of what they do and what they are feeling, that they're connected to you, and that bond cannot be broken regardless of what is happening. But there's a lot of truth that they need to come into. So I feel like your divine masculine is very much trying to end something in their life. They're trying to fix and kind of purify themselves, and really just, they know that they are in the wrong. They know they need something to fix and get that, fully healed and to the point where they can correspond to you the way that you deserve. But it's going to take a lot of battles, a battle of wills and a battle of their ego, overcoming the ego. That is what's holding back a lot of the divine masculines that are not, being honest or not being authentic. When we're not authentic with ourselves, it kind of distorts, or it kind of brings down that high level of the divine masculine, and it causes a shift in them. It causes them own selves to be angry and hate themselves in some way. You could also be feeling like you need to change something of yourself and to attract your divine masculine energy to you, or to get them to see you in a different light. And Spirit is telling you is reminding you that you are beautiful the way that you are. You're handsome the way you are. You don't need to make any changes. The person does see your beauty. They do see you, and they do love you in many ways, but they can't correspond at this point the way that you would like to. But be very calm, and just know that things are changing very rapidly. So very soon, within the next month or two, there's going to be changes with your divine masculine, your twin flame. They're going to be responding to you. There is love. They do love you, but it feels like they are kind of being a little cold to you. You could be feeling like they're being a little cold or a little distant, and it's only because they are still trying to end that, well, like I said, part of their life, that chapter that is still there and very prevalent. A lot of them have fear of letting go of what is comfortable to them. They don't want to really embark into a new path or a new, a new set of way of doing things and learning. They like to stay in one area, and what happens is that they start becoming stagnated, and they start slowly feeling that this person could be annoying. They could be with someone else, and that person that they're with is very childlike or immature at times, and tries to like everything that they do, and tries to mimic them and mirror them in a way where they're doing it just to kind of stay in that relationship, not because so much that they love that person, but it's more convenient for them, and maybe there's something that they're trying to gain from it, whether it's money, fame, whatever it is. It's not with good intent, and it's very contrived and very what's the word I'm looking for? It's contrived. It's very what's the word? Dishonest. Basically, that's what it boils down to. It's a lot of dishonesty, and it's something that they, if your divine masculine is with someone else and they are in that relationship, you could be seeing things very clearly and pinpointing those things that I'm mentioning right now. But rather than kind of, telling your divine masculine, your twin flame, this is going on, I see this, you're just going to let Spirit take over, and let Spirit, some of you may, tell your twin flame, this is going on. But the problem with that is that it can cause conflict, and sometimes people need to go and see things for themselves a little bit more clearly. So what I would suggest for a lot of you out there that are the divine feminine is to just let your divine masculine work through their issues. It's like I said, it's a cycle. It's temporary. They are already waking up from this um, spell. You could call it like a spell, or this energy that, they're living in right now, where they're just living in denial and basically not really trying to see things for what it really is. And every time they try to see it, they could have someone that's right there nagging them, or someone that's right there in their space, and it doesn't give them that clarity that they are needing. So just know that you don't have to do anything outside of the normality, that things are coming to a shift, and things are going to make more sense to them in the next couple of weeks, where they kind of have that epiphany and they have that aha moment, and they're like, you know what? There's something really wrong. I feel very empty inside. I feel like this person doesn't maybe fulfill me. It doesn't, this person really doesn't care about me the same way. They may be affectionate. They may do this and this, but they really don't get me at the core and the center of who I am. But you do. And that's what, that conversation that they're having, that internal dialogue with themselves and their higher self and their spirit. So just be very calm and patient. Just know that they're working through a lot of things. And that's what this Venus retrograde is doing to a lot of the twin flames. It's making us go into ourselves and really dig deep and dive and ask those questions that we like to avoid many times, and really understand that there is something here that we need to change, something that we need to, we're all constantly up, like an artwork, and we're being when an artwork, a piece of artwork is being painted on, you can always improve upon it. There's always some kind of criticism that you will have as an artist, and you're working on your masterpiece. So that's kind of like the energy with the divine masculine. They're aware of what they need to fix, but it's just a matter of having the right tools, having the right time, the proper lighting, all of these factors in their life. They need basically to pull all these things together, put them in one space, and then really start implementing the changes slowly but surely. And that's kind of like the energy for this week for the divine feminine, what you would be experiencing with your twin flame, which is the divine masculine. So all right, so now I'm going to go ahead and get into the divine masculine, divine feminine, what I see for both of you together. I've covered so far what I saw for the divine masculine twin flame and the divine feminine. Now it's going to be together what I see both of you doing. So this week, what I see for both of y'all combined as twin flames, overall, the bigger picture, this is like the summary, the conclusion of what is going on with the twin flames. Basically, there's a lot of lies. This is what it boils down to from the both of you. Perhaps you are not being as honest and open on how they're hurting you or what you're feeling, and they may not be honest with you of what they're doing, what they're holding back, who they're seeing. But you both know that there's something, there's a certain level of dishonesty, and there's a certain level of deceit here, and that is something that needs to be worked on. And the reason that I do these forecasts is because a lot of people say, well, we can't change destiny or change things, but we really can. We are the writers of our own destiny, and we have free will to change things. Even though things may be blueprinted in our soul contract, we have the option to change things with our free will. And this is where what it boils down to, is that both of you would need to figure out, what is it that you need to work on? What is it you're hiding? What is it that you're not being fully honest with yourself or with others around you? And really work on that. That's one of the things. The other thing is loyalty. You could be very loyal, but maybe they're not, or maybe the both of you are not loyal to each other. There is a factor about loyalty. You both need to work on being honest and having that open communication and trusting one another. Once trust is broken or it's lost, it's very hard to get back. And a lot of you would be that are in these twin flame relationships or connections. That there's something that's not, you probably are being loyal, but the other person's not being loyal back to you. There's this this feeling again of deceit, and and it's just not going to work out. So this is going to be another area that you need to both work on. A lot of you also are lacking confidence. Maybe you've recently started a new job and you don't feel like you're good at it, or you went through a breakup with your twin flame or an argument, and now you're losing your confidence, and it's affecting you in your work life. It's affecting you in your job performance. It's affecting your friendships and how you communicate. You could be more like sentimental, or a friend invites you to go out for lunch or brunch, and you're like, I don't really feel like going out there. I'm not motivated. I don't feel like doing this. Your kids could be asking you to do something with them, and you're just like, don't bother me right now. That's the kind of energy that is coming through this week very strongly, that you may be feeling in your work life and other areas, that you are affected, because your love life, when it comes to your twin flame, you care about them a lot and they care about you, but the both of you are dysfunctional. The both of you are holding lies and secrets. You're not being honest with yourself and with others. You don't want your twin flame to know everything that you're doing, or every move. But maybe they already know. They're intuitive, so you really can't hide that from them, even if you tried. But the whole thing is here is not about hiding things, and it's not about, trying to defend yourself. It's about being your authentic self and stopping the secrets, stopping the lies. It's not going to do either one of you any good this week. This is something that you really need to work on. It's also going to be about loving yourself. Both of you don't love yourself. A lot of the twin flame relationships right now this week, you're you may be talking negative about your image, or you may be feeling like you're not being as successful as you need to be in your work life, or every time you feel like you reach a certain level of success, you feel like you are failing. You're putting too much pressure on yourself that is unrealistic. You are trying to compare yourself to other people, and that needs to stop, because that can have an effect on your relationship with your twin flame, and again, affect your life in general. You just need to realize that you are loved, and that there's things that you're gonna be experiencing a lot of different shifts in yourself. And not everyone, sometimes we fall, sometimes things are not perfect, and we're not perfect. We're gonna experience pain in some level, but it's all about utilizing that pain and making it stronger, transmuting that into something that's more positive, in surrounding yourself with the right tribe. A lot of us will surround ourselves with people that are popular, people who have money, people who, have connections, and, this is not what it's all about. Life is more than just your connections, more than your money, more than popularity. Life is about spirituality, and life is about loving those, and loving unconditionally those that are in your life that you've met, and nurturing those relationships any kind of way. I think a lot of y'all out there that would be listening to this would sometimes feel like, if you get a message from your twin flame, that, well, they only come around when they want something, whether it's sex or it's to talk, or they want something from you. But it's not like that. If your twin flame is making an attempt to reach out to you, you need to realize that there is a deeper meaning, and they really do love you unconditionally. But sometimes we can't see it, because, again, we have this perception of ourselves that, if we think that something is too good to be true, then it probably is. But a lot of times it is just about love and caring, and that's what it boils down to. The Spirit wants you to pay attention to the messages that are coming to you this week, downloads of information from the universe. This could be in the forms of dreams, in the forms of, you just be in the middle of the day and you just get this message in yourself, and you need to channel that and write it down, or speak it into your voice memos on your phone so you don't forget. But whatever it is, kind of keep a journal, or keep some kind of writing on it, so that way you can refer back to it. And you need to listen more before you speak. I think a lot of us tend to speak more and listen less. But Spirit is saying you need to listen more and speak less, because when you are listening to your twin flame, you're listening to yourself, you're listening to others, you're really going to understand a little bit more what is it that is really going on here, and what can be changed and what maybe cannot be changed. There's going to be things in your life that you may not be able to change right now, but it doesn't mean that you can't try, and you can't work towards improving upon yourself and improving yourself Like I said, we're all a masterpiece. We're all being worked on. We're all working on our own personal journey. So don't be so hard on yourself, but do ground yourself, do surround yourself with nature, whatever you do. But that is the energy for this week. So I want to thank you all for tuning in to this Twin Flame Weekly Forecast. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And if you would like to set up a private reading, again, all of my readings are 30% off for today. This is the last day of the sale, and you can use promo code STARSEED. That's capital S and then lowercase TARSEED. And you would enter that promo code into my website after that. So blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week.